Well, howdy! If your kitchen is anything like mine, it runs on a steady supply of eggs, milk, cheese, and chicken. These aren't just ingredients. They're the building blocks of so many family meals, from a simple breakfast scramble to a hearty Sunday dinner. For generations, these foods have been staples on our tables because they're wholesome, versatile, and just plain delicious. They represent comfort and nourishment, the kind of goodness that brings everyone together around the table. From a tall glass of cold milk for the kids to a perfectly roasted chicken for a special occasion, these foods are woven into the very fabric of our daily lives, making them feel less like groceries and more like part of the family. Beyond our homes, the poultry and dairy industries are the lifeblood of countless farming communities across the country. These are often family-run operations, passed down through generations, where hard work and a deep connection to the land are a way of life. These farmers aren't just producing food, they're stewarding the land and caring for their animals with an incredible sense of pride and responsibility. Their dedication ensures that we have a safe and reliable food supply, and their work supports local economies, creating jobs and sustaining rural towns. When you buy a carton of eggs or a gallon of milk, you're not just feeding your family, you're supporting another family's dream and their commitment to feeding the nation. The connection between the farm and our folk is something truly special, a partnership that has nourished America for centuries. Think about the journey that a simple block of cheese takes, from the green pastures where cows graze to the dairy where it's carefully crafted, and finally to your kitchen, ready to be sprinkled over a casserole or melted into a gooey grilled cheese sandwich. Each step is filled with care and expertise. This entire system is built on a foundation of trust and tradition, ensuring that the food we serve our loved ones is not only tasty, but also produced with integrity. It's a beautiful cycle that connects us all, from the farmer in the field to the family at the dinner table. As we look ahead to 2025, it's clear that these essential foods will continue to play a central role in our lives. The demand for simple, high-quality protein remains as strong as ever, and families will keep reaching for chicken and dairy as go-to sources of nutrition. But the world is always changing, and the folks who produce these foods are facing new challenges and exciting opportunities. From grappling with rising costs to embracing new technologies, the industry is constantly adapting to ensure that our refrigerators and pantries stay stocked with the wholesome staples we depend on every single day. It's a story of resilience and love for the land, and it's one that affects every single one of us. Now, let's talk about something we're all noticing at the grocery store: the prices. It's no secret that the cost of many things has been on the rise, and food is no exception. Looking at 2025, we can expect the prices for meat, dairy, and eggs to continue to climb. This isn't because anyone is trying to be difficult. It's a reflection of the real-world challenges farmers are facing. The cost of everything they need to run their farms, from animal feed and energy to keep the barns warm to the wages for their hardworking staff, has gone up. These higher production costs inevitably get passed down the line, and we end up seeing them on the price tag at our local market. Despite these rising prices, our appetite for these foods isn't slowing down one bit. In fact, folks are buying more dairy products than ever. Everyone seems to be rediscovering the goodness of cottage cheese, which has seen a huge jump in popularity. The same goes for yogurt, butter, and natural cheeses, which are all flying off the shelves. People are looking for simple, nutritious foods, and dairy fits the bill perfectly. Similarly, chicken remains a family favorite. Even with its price going up a little, it's still one of the most budget-friendly and versatile proteins you can buy, making it a reliable staple for weeknight dinners. This growing demand is really being driven by a focus on health and wellness. More and more, people are reading labels and looking for foods with simple ingredients and a whole lot of goodness packed inside. High-protein, low-sugar options are what everyone wants, and the poultry and dairy industries are listening. Think about it. A grilled chicken breast, a bowl of Greek yogurt, or a protein-packed cottage cheese snack are all easy ways to get that healthy fuel our bodies need. This trend is pushing companies to innovate and create even more products that are not only delicious, but also align with our goals for healthier living. Of course, this creates a tricky balancing act for producers. On one hand, they have to manage these soaring operational costs to keep their businesses afloat. On the other hand, They need to meet this incredible consumer demand for high-quality, healthy products without pricing families out of the market. It's a major challenge, and companies are getting creative to solve it. They're looking for efficiencies in every corner of their operations, from changing suppliers to streamlining the number of different products they offer, all in an effort to keep our favorite foods as affordable as possible while maintaining the quality we expect. To tackle these modern challenges, today's farms are starting to look a little different than the ones we might picture from storybooks. Farmers are embracing technology in incredible ways to make their operations more efficient and resilient. One of the biggest game changers is artificial intelligence, or AI. It might sound like something out of a science fiction movie, but it's becoming a practical tool on the farm. AI can help farmers optimize everything from feed schedules to pricing strategies. It can analyze data to predict market trends or monitor the health of animals, allowing for earlier intervention if a problem arises. It's a powerful new partner in the age-old business of agriculture. Another huge focus for the industry is keeping animals safe and healthy, especially with the ongoing threat of diseases like avian influenza or bird flu. This has been a major concern for poultry farmers for years, leading to stricter biosecurity measures on farms to prevent outbreaks. But recently, the discovery of the virus in dairy cows has shown that this is a challenge that crosses sectors. In response, the industry has moved quickly. For example, a vaccine for dairy cows was fast-tracked and made available in the summer of 2025, which is a huge step forward in protecting both the animals and the stability of our food supply. Finding and keeping good help is another major hurdle for both poultry and dairy producers. Running a modern farm or a processing plant requires a lot of skilled labor, from technicians who can maintain complex machinery to folks with expertise in animal care. Right now, there's a real shortage of people to fill these important roles. This talent crunch puts extra pressure on businesses that are already dealing with high costs. Companies are working hard to make these jobs more attractive, offering better training and creating supportive work environments to build a strong, dedicated workforce for the future of food production. In response to all these pressures, costs, diseases, and labor shortages, companies are making smart adjustments to how they do business. Many are taking a hard look at their product lines and choosing to focus on their most popular items, a strategy known as rationalizing SKUs. This helps streamline production and reduce waste. They are also building more flexible supply chains, sometimes changing suppliers to find better costs or more reliable sources. These aren't just small tweaks, they are significant operational shifts designed to build a more robust and adaptable food system that can weather any storm that comes its way. For a long time, sustainability was a buzzword, a nice-to-have feature that companies would talk about in their marketing. But now, things have shifted in a big way. Taking care of the environment is no longer just a trend, it's become a fundamental part of doing business in the poultry and dairy industries. While managing costs has become the top day-to-day priority for many executives, they haven't stopped investing in sustainable practices. In fact, more companies than ever are putting money into strategies that reduce their environmental footprint. It's now seen as table stakes, an essential, non-negotiable part of operating a responsible and modern business. This commitment to sustainability is about ensuring the long-term health of the land, water, and air that farming depends on. It's about being good stewards for the next generation. We're seeing this in practices like improved manure management, water conservation techniques, and efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. And while it may not be the top marketing point anymore, consumers are still voting with their wallets. Products that are clearly labeled as sustainable often see higher sales growth, showing that people do care about where their food comes from and how it was produced. This sends a powerful message back to producers that their efforts are valued. Despite all the headwinds, from rising costs to disease threats, the overall feeling in the poultry and dairy industries is one of cautious optimism. Why? Because the demand for their products is incredibly strong and steady. People will always need and want high-quality, nutritious food, and these industries are at the heart of providing it. Executives and farmers see a clear path to growth, driven by their ability to innovate and meet the changing needs of consumers. They are confident that by embracing technology, focusing on health, and managing their operations wisely, they can continue to thrive and feed families across the country. So, as we look toward the rest of 2025 and beyond, we can expect to see an industry that is more resilient, more technologically advanced, and more attuned to what consumers want than ever before. There will surely be bumps in the road, but the spirit of farming is all about perseverance. The future of poultry and dairy is bright, promising a continued supply of the wholesome, delicious foods that form the heart of our family meals. And that's something we can all be hopeful about. It's a testament to the hard work of farmers and producers who are dedicated to putting good food on our tables day in and day out.